What will 2024 look like for you? That is a question that I would suggest you ponder. If you are, as we all are, looking at 2024 and saying, okay, what's 2024 going to be like? What was 2023, 2022, 2021, whatever it is, like? Sit down and say to yourself, okay, has the program that I have been working and the spirit and action that I've put into working it given me the results that I want? For a lot of you, the answer will be yes. You've done deals. I keep putting those up. You've had successes as well. For some of you, it hasn't been something that you've focused on. You've been distracted by other things. You've set other priorities, either consciously or subconsciously, by people pulling you into things that really didn't aid you. But sit down and think about that process. Think about what's going to change in 2024. Are we going to be sitting at December 31st, 2024 saying, no, this is another year that nothing happened? Or are you going to be sitting at December 31st, 2024 saying, I ended up putting my board together, getting my professionals, getting financial institutions on board, talking to prospects, and the reason we're doing this, to do a deal. Many have been able to do that. Many have been able not to do that for a whole host of reasons. But this is something that is important to commit to. Figure out why this is important to you. That's what will get you up in the morning. That's what will say to you, hey, even though you don't feel like it today, go ahead and go through the motions and do what you know is supposed to do. I recently sent out an email which talked about the tools that can be used, some of which are free, some of which are paid for, like the Acquisition Advantage boot camp recordings or the VIP Mastermind or group coaching. But some are free. Some are sit down, figure out your goals, chunk them down to quarterly goals, chunk them down to monthly goals, and then every day go through the Ivy Lee method where you write the things tomorrow that you're going to do to move the needle closest to your goals. And if you do that and consistently make that a priority, for some people they've got jobs and your boss might have a different idea of what you should do, go ahead and write those down and write down the times that you can do this. Plenty of people have done this when they had a full-time job. Is it harder? Yeah, I think it's harder. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, the most successful mentee I had was working a full-time job when he did his first acquisitions and then eventually could leave, which is a goal we set for him, his job and to do this part-time, and now he's completed and has 40 locations as well. A lot of success, a lot of hard work. He said to me recently that when I told him how much I enjoyed seeing the success, he said, thanks for your help and support. Couldn't have done it without you, and I mean that. It's important, whether it's me or whoever else it is, pick someone who can lead you down the path of what to do, how to do it, how to avoid the pitfalls. That will shorten your curve in time and money incredibly. But think about with a mentor, what's mutually beneficial. I get a whole lot of calls and emails and texts which just say, will you be my mentor? Well, why is that important to me? And to think of a reason that it is important to me as well as to you, because this ought to be a relationship that's good for both parties, certainly. But most of the time, it's just all about me, meaning the other person, not me. So whether that's board members, prospects, whatever it is, keep that in mind. Understand what motivates the person that you're talking to and try to align, or actually align, don't try, to put your offer, your program in line with what they want to accomplish, and you'll have a much better chance of success. So I hope that 2024 continues to be successful. If it has been, if it hasn't been, take a hard look at yourself. My mentor once said to me, Bruce is really hard on himself, and that's true. And so look at where you are. It's easy to come up with excuses, and particularly in this world we live in today, victim mentality, there's no shortage of that. You and me are exactly where we are because of the actions we took or actions we didn't take. And as part of that, own your success, own your failure. On the success side, recognize we don't do this alone. We have people that we've put together in a team. Teams accomplish things. On the failure side of things, understand that failure is part of the process. You're going to do things that don't work out. Things will change. Sellers who want to sell will wake up one morning and decide that they don't want to sell. Now, we've talked about some ways that you can mitigate some of that risk, but all of those things will happen. But if you keep pushing forward through these, doing the right things, knowing what to do, having the right people around you, that's great. I got an email from a guy this morning that was saying, how do I do this and how do I do that? And I was just curious, and I looked, and he had gone through none, not the free course, not the acquisition advantage. Well, how are you going to know what to do if you don't understand what the steps are? I guess a blind pig finds an acorn every once in a while, but not usually. So be sure you equip yourself with the tools. Be sure you understand the process, and then work a step at a time, that process. So I wish you a fantastic 2024. If I can help, you see my emails, you see the products that I put out, you see the coaching that I do. There's a good question as to how much longer I'm going to be doing this. So, well, that sounds like a marketing ploy. It's actually reality. So keep that in mind too. Take advantage of the people. My mentor, it's the same way. I don't know how much longer he's going to be doing this as well. So be cognizant of that fact. If you're looking for a free course, you could do worse than go over to brucewhipple.com, grab the free course. If you want to go there directly, just brucewhipple.com/free course. But take a hard look at 2023, make your plans and commitments for 2024, and I look forward to working from you, hearing from you, and hearing about the deals that you've done when you've completed them.